we are apparently in June. We are apparently about to race at Monza. Which would be cool. Anyway, oh god, it's an ATA weekend. Yeah, where are we? Quick roundup. We have progressed on our goal of getting an all-female team. We have Maria Torres coming in next season, Diana Romano coming in next season. Our race engineers are our exception. Yes, hello. You're going to be disruptive, aren't you? We have, however, last stream we did spot. Interesting, our scouting league's actually female. That was pure chance. We had a regen that looked promising, and here she is. I reckon she's usable. Catherine Lindsay. Feedback needs work, so that means it'll take longer to get things, but it's not the end of the world. She's actually decent on the other two. She's currently paired with her identical twin. Doing well there. Yes, I'd be open to negotiation if I was working for Shiru as well. Yeah, true. I think we go for her. She's got 6 months left on her contract. We have 6 months left on Gary Gannon's. I think. Yeah. I think that's a bit of a no-brainer. So let's lock her in while we remember, shall we? We would like you to be card 2. Now here's a question. Do we want to hire her now? Because that would mean by the time we get to next season, she'll have built up affinity with Liz. So that would actually arguably give us a bit of a jump start on next season. And I don't really see a downside to it, given that we're not that fussed about where we finish. We're kind of overperforming, if anything. And we don't like overperforming. So I kind of wonder whether... Should we just hire her now? I'm not really seeing a massive downside to doing so. Yeah, because like the for $500,000 just seems a bit of a no-brainer. Where do we stick Kitten Cam on this one? I can never remember. Kitten Cam go about here. Let me know if Kitten Cam's in the wrong place. Yeah, I reckon we bring her in. Go 4 seasons. She's currently on 400 grand. I mean, he'll be on more than that, so we'll be saving money. Like, how much is he on? How much is our current race engineer on? Yeah, I mean, we're going to make back the break clause in less salary paid in under a year. So that's a, yeah. Sorry, Gary. Gary's going to be off writing pointed tweets about affirmative action. And you know what, Gary? We don't care. Yeah, unusually reasonably in this case. I mean, yeah, he would have an underlying point. Start date immediately. Let's see if we can get her for like 600-700. Even give her a little starting bonus. Car 2. Yeah, she wants more money. She's smart. Look, how about we give you that? Come on. You're driving for Cheru. No way you should be costing me this month much. Fine. Oh no, look out! She's another Cardassian of the Star Trek variety. I should probably look and see if the modders fixed that. If she race engineers as well as she negotiates with Set, yep. So that means she will have low affinity. But not the end of the world. Doesn't matter if it's this race. They'll get there. We might be doing affirmative action, but only to hire Cardassians. Yeah, like, there's a lot of Bajoran bloggers very irate with us right now. Like, we're going to get protests at the Bajoran Grand Prix. Right. So, been 2 weeks since I did it, so what are we up to? Car parts. Okay. We need to do some more research. We haven't done any rear wings yet. We've done one set of side pods. We haven't done any underfloors. Minor tech changes coming on those. I think we've just started another ATR period. What are the minor tech changes we've got coming? Because we need to bias towards them. So, parts. Rules and regulations. Rear wing changes is airflow sensitivity. So what we're looking to do here is counter airflow sensitivity. Next ATR period is 68 days. So we can probably do some reasonable stuff on this. I'll get us going. Foo 1984, welcome back. We want to optimize around that. We don't totally want to screw ourselves on other bits, but we're getting benefits elsewhere that will compensate for that, so I think that's fine. I mean, we could arguably really heavily boost on this, but we'll get at least another couple in. We should bias towards researching and stuff that's getting hit next stage. Yeah, we do that anyway. We do that anyway. Yes, Kitty is protesting that I have locked her in the room with me. You have never encountered a more wronged Kitty in your life. Right, let's go with that. I think that'd be fine for now. We will put 2 on that. Go. So we are in full research mode now. We don't have any manufacturing slots, so let's just hope nothing breaks. You want to see what's currently going on. I'm not sure you can based on the camera angle. Let's see if we can get this up there for you. Don't think I can get your camera angle on this. No, I can't because the door's in the way. She's currently climbing up the mesh on the door, trying to do a full Great Escape style breakout by getting over the top of it, but it's fully zipped up, so she can't. So she is literally levering herself up by her claws. Right, car parts. I mean, that's fun. That's fun. Yay. Let's go. Oh, fuck you. She's very keen on going places. She's not going any places. But she's keen on going places. Yes, hello. You're raising a personal protest, are you? I see. And you feel this is going to help your cause? I feel like this is just being awkward. Yes. If you could get off the keyboard, that would be nice. And yes, I am trying to use that second monitor. Look, why don't you sit over here? Because any minute now, the little cars are going to drive around on the track, and you like it when the little cars drive around on the track. Right, we are in Italy, I believe. So, that makes it so we will be running with... No, you can't sit there. You can't sit there. I'm sorry, but you can't. Ooh, dev improvements. Good reactions. Bit control. It's not bad. It's her overtaking that still needs work. That defending and reactions is coming on really nice. She is getting really good, chat. I mean, Ella isn't bad. That's some nice improvements on Yoko as well. Can't go out, can't type, can't sit here. What can a kitty do? Well, she can snooze. You like snoozing? You like snoozing. Why don't you snooze for a bit? Right. They are exhausted. I feel like some rest is probably required. Guys, how about you just literally don't do anything? Like, don't do anything. Can we tell you to not do anything? Yes. Guys, just play Xbox for a month. Seems that when you, whenever you open this window, you turn the pit crew to do nothing. Yeah, I feel like they do need to work on the pit crew stuff. I love that they included it this year, and I love the idea of it. I think the implementation needs work. Right. Car setup. Let's do this. So, we are in Monza. That means we are apparently going to try 1, 9... 1.9, 3, and 0.9. Oh, and we are on your modified engine things rope trick, because I think you did them after the last session. So we are on them now. 20 laps. Car parts. These can now fail during practice, which is fun. And definitely a fun thing to learn during a race. So that's cool. Hang on, that's my door. Back in a second. Yes, you have made your escape. You are a daring kitty. Well done. Right. Sorry, where were we? It is one of those evenings, clearly. Gearbox. Which one are your race gearboxes? Oh, your practice gearboxes. Liz, car setup is 1, 9, 1.9, 3, 0.9. Get on to your practice parts. Good. Your run plan. I'm going to go a few more just in case we need it. None of that. There's a guy on the floor pretending to work just like in a real shop. Yeah, he's always doing that as well. He's been doing that for 10 years. Been doing that for 10 years in game. And he's got away with it for 10 years. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Oh yeah, no, we want our reserve in. Well remembered. We want Kikichi in for this one. Do you bring him from a McLaren then? Yeah, I mean he's well known as the best floor guy in F1. So obviously when I came over from McLaren to Brawn, it was just a no-brainer. He was the one member of staff that I absolutely brought over, was floor guy. Like you can't replace him. Go. Avoid. That'll be cold, Kikuchi, but that's the way the race goes. So remember, these cars aren't designed to be super competitive. The goal is to make it so next year's cars are reasonably competitive. We don't really want to be finishing too high in the championship. It's going to cut into our simulator time, etc. Like realistically, I'd prefer us to finish 4th in the championship at best. F1 drivers have something approaching a union, but I don't think the staff do. Yeah, I don't think they do they? I don't think there's like a pit workers union. So what you're seeing here, by the way, is the difference in the feedback speed. So you can see that we've already got Kikuchi's. So this is where her having the more less experienced race engineer hits her. Great, good, optimal, good, optimal. Yeah, we'll try optimizing that. So that's a great, a good, an optimal, good, and an optimal. We are going down to 0.5, 9, 2.8, 295, 0.65. Just go out for the rest of the session. So yeah, we just have to plan for the fact it's going to take longer to get feedback. $93, that's fine, just get out there. This makes GPDA President George Russell the official person least likely to be a shop steward, who actually is, I think. No, that's not true, because what's her face? Fran Dershner, is it, or whatever her name is the head of Actors Union. The woman who like is very smart, but played like really grating characters from TV throughout the 90s. I would argue she is the most unlikely head of a union. Yeah, don't worry about your weird gearbox wear. It's fine. It's fine. Look, it's not even red. Like, hers is red. Chill, Kikuchi. Chill. Right, I've almost finished my can of Red Bull, which means I can start on the wine in a minute. Oh, we got an optimal. That's really good, because that means we can just send Ella out in session 2 to max it all out, and it actually probably means we can just bring her in, because she'll be on max knowledge and experience at this point. Oh, 6 minutes. Have fun, Kikuchi. Enjoy yourself. I'm in debt a Red Bull with 51 billion due to the catering team. I mean, is it the catering team though, or are you offering drivers insane contracts? Armin Shimon played Quark in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, who was a well-known being a rock-solid union man. Yeah, I love it when you get like actors who are the exact opposite of the role they play. It's like half the frickin' German actors in Casablanca being Jewish. Right. Yeah, you got life in that gearbox. Yeah, you've got life in your parts. Yeah, I mean, just go. I'm trying to remember what the driver prep levels are, but so I think we are kind of into a no practice 3 thing with Ella at the moment. This is alternate tyre qualifying weekend, isn't it? I'm remembering. Ugh. Who let Rope Trick put alternate tyre qualifying into the fucking race calendar? Right. Up you go. There you go, ladies. Go do your thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm increasingly hopeful we will see one more of these games. I'm not convinced we'll see one after, but I am hopeful we'll see one more. Because not being funny, but it's, if we don't, then you lot are going to have to put up with watching me play like front office and NFL manager or something on a Monday for our strategy Mondays. Now it's actually been removed from F1, you've got a decent excuse to try harder to get rid of ATA. Yeah, that's it. That's a good point, actually. From next season, from 2034, there will be no ATA qualifying. I do need to make up my universe file for front office manager. Give names to my various teams. Tempted to start a channel for that on Discord. Get people to work out what we're calling our teams. Because I could play with the real NFL team names, but where's the fun in that? Oh shit, we didn't do our... Like, I think we can even set starting cities, so... have, like, the St. Louis Kittens and stuff like that. Ella. Bad Ella.
Let's have a look at that. Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4. Very heavy on the brakes.
Oh, careful with my underfloor there, Ella. So our Monday stream's going to be Manager Mondays from now on or something. I think I'm quite enjoying having them very different from our Paradox Sundays, so CK3 Sundays. So I think probably... And I don't want to stream Football Manager because Football Manager is my sort of chill escape game. I mean, what we could do, if they don't release another one of this, we'll go Motorsport Manager with Fire Mod. And take a F3 team up all the way into F1. But yeah, front office manager's the alternate. Or out of the park baseball, but then that would require me to go back to trying to understand baseball. At least NFL I vaguely understand. Is there a cricket option? There is a cricket management game out there, but it's just meh. Same as like a cycling team manager one that should be good but isn't. Like there's no like option to just illegally dope your players, your cyclists for 10 years. Just isn't there. Right, she's 86, so we're going to call her in. You're at 93, so we're going to call you in. No other sports manager. The other thing we could do is there's a really cool little indie games development studio manager game. So if we end up with a gap between this and F1 Manager 2024, we could do that. Also, regarding the NFL, at least it isn't the CFL. That gives people headaches because it's the same but metric. So the nice thing with front office manager is you can actually include Canadian teams in the... if you do a custom NFL league. So I'd be genuinely tempted to... or I am genuinely tempted to roll a universe where I play a Toronto-based NFL team. Oh, the Chin has won. It's a really shaken up championship this year. Really shaken up. I mean, you might as well go out on the softs. It's handy having the two mediums. Just do... I mean, you're going to go out and come back in again. We'll do the same for Liz, I think. We're sweating parts a bit this race, so... if we send her out and bring her back in again, we could theoretically get another race out of this ERS, although realistically we are going to have to buy her a new one. Ella's definitely racing this on a damaged ERS because it's her own fucking fault for damaging the ERS in the first place. Like, if she hadn't slammed that ERS into a wall, then she wouldn't be driving on a dodgy ERS in the race, would she? You know, this is how drivers learn lessons. If you don't want to drive on the dodgy ERS, don't create the dodgy ERS. I feel that's perfectly fair logic. Although, if we race Liz on this ERS, we might get away with not buying her a new ERS. Let's see where she qualifies. Additional fun headcanon about tyre temperature. Each year since 2023, the FIA has said next year we're totally banning tyre warmers, and then backed out of it again. Yeah, no, it's still 2034 and there's still tyre warmers in this. But yeah, every year they would have said that they were getting rid of them. Oh, it's going to rain. Monza is usually the track that everyone buys a new powertrain for. Mind you, remember we've changed the race order. Williams Red Bull. Go with Williams Blue. You can go with Williams Blue Bulls. Still burnt out. Still exhausted. Looking at cute Lynx images as they wake up. Yep, good plan. Good plan. Kitten videos is the way to go. Don't forget, if you need it, there's a picture on the Pets Discord channel of Cecilia falling into the bath. Because she was very much cashing checks that her kitten level balance was not able to pay. Hang on, if we have to qualify in the rain, is it still ATA? Don't all the rules go out the window if you're qualifying in the rain? The kitten condition has changed to damp. It did yesterday. Kitten condition yesterday to change to damp underfloor. Speaking of, I haven't seen her in a while. I should probably go check on her. Let's do that in a second. Problem is with my headphones on, I can't hear her bell, so I don't know if she's just wandering around downstairs or whether she's being suspiciously quiet. I don't know how the game works, but in reality, each session Q1, 2, 3 is declared wet individually. Yeah, but wouldn't... I guess what I'm getting at is, oh, interesting, so we need her to be 95 or higher to creep into the top confidence zone. That's worth knowing. At least at the moment. I think that can come down.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring.
So, allegedly light rain. Right, you can have your better engine. Staying on that ERS. You can have a good gearbox. Meanwhile, you get a new engine. Oh, do we give her a new ERS? Oh, fuck it, yeah, fine. Let's play the weather lottery. It's going to be wet all the way through. Dip there. Barely wet, and then go back up again. So arguably we want to kind of wait until it starts dropping, and then go out. But who knows, this could be an absolute shit show. I predict this qualifying is an absolute shit show and at least one of our drivers goes out. Oh, you mean we could have gone on dries? Fuck you, game. Guess that approach stage aim to close a session has been declared a wet variable. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of fine with them simplifying elements of the rules. I know people get angry about it on forums, but it's like, it's meant to be fun. It's also meant to be fun for people who aren't massively anal about F1 rules. Well, I wasn't wrong, was I? Don't worry, Ella. We still love you, for now. Allegedly inters again, that's fine. We're going to have plenty of inters for the race if we need them. Let's play the qualifying lottery again. Go now. We're not going to get faster time than now. Come on, everyone come out. That's what we want to see. Fuck you, Aussie. Your slow-ass pit exit. That'll do. Doing a typo during free practice for the 8 hours of Bahrain, at one point they declared that the train was damp. I mean, standard British rail truth during bad weather. Oh, Flo! Flo's in trouble. Oh, Chef slamming that Red Bull on pole in Q2. That's not bad. Q3, we are on the softs. Let's see what we can do then. I suspect this is going to be a straight out. Yep. Go! Go, let's go! It's decent. I'd expect some 119s though, at least. Yeah. Third row. I'll take third row. Norris will take us at the start. Only one Alpine in the top 10. And only one McLaren. Montoya's out. The Red Bulls have done well here. This is a bit of an odd qualifying.
The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
Here we go. Heavy rain. Oh damn, this race is anything then. Starting softs and YOLO. Feels like the most viable strategy. Remembering our weather centre's shite, but that gives us plenty of time. On my Merc save at Australia, Carlos and Alonso crashed, releasing the safety car on lap 11 of 58. I think we start on softs. And yeah, looking at that weather graph, that's softs to wets, isn't it? There ain't no inters in our future. That is softs to wets. I went to Le Mans a few years ago back, and our night qualifying session was so wet the safety car was drifting around the corners. Nice. I really want to go to Le Mans, but I want to go to like 1979 Le Mans, when like an entire town pops up around it and like it's just full of bars and prostitutes. Like, not because I have a particular desire to use French prostitutes, but just because I bet that was a vibe in the evenings. Right, we can massively underfuel for this. There ain't no way there's not at least one safety car in this race. Like a medieval travelling court, and exactly like a medieval travelling court. Newey's book has that vibe mentioned for the American Racing Series, yeah. I might take Newey's book away with me to on holiday. That might be my holiday reread. So good. Think we can probably push. We won't with Ella. We just want Ella to get around the track. Especially as her ERS is shafted. What book are we talking about? Adrian Newey, so arguably the greatest F1 designer that's ever lived. His autobiography is called How to Build a Car, is it? I think, How to Build a Car. Really, really, really incredibly good. Both in terms of the story of his journey from like Leighton House up through, you know, through to McLaren, through to Red Bull. But also just, I've never read anything that explains better how F1 cars are designed and aerodynamics and everything else. Like, you'll learn as much from reading his book as you would from just doing a basic aerodynamics course. Still proud of the race, and my tyre order was Swiss. Nice. SMS is nice if you can pull it off. You know, just go the old text message route. Right, let's do this. Let's talk, chap. Let's race.
All 10 teams are now getting set up as the drivers prepare to face the 53 laps of the Italian Grand Prix. As we get closer to the race, will the McLaren be fancy? Here we are at the oldest circuit in Europe for this, the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Go! Go! Go on, Liz. Yes, he told you Norris would take her. That Alpine is a really good car this year. Oh, go on, Liz. You can hold him. What's everyone else on? Yeah, everyone went softs. Go on, Liz. He will take her. Oh, Post Shares had an absolute stinker. He was on pole. What did he do wrong? Right, she's held Norris for now. And she's in DRS of post-share, so we are going to get a bit of a DRS chain. Right, let's hold her off on the tyres until we get DRS. She should... Oh, she's... No, she's holding. She's holding. She's fine. No, let's push her. Let's not lose DRS. Let's not lose DRS. Go on, Liz. That's the job, Liz.
Now we can see what happened. Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final.
DRS at Monza doesn't do very much. Yeah, you've only got the 2 stretches and they're right on the straight, aren't they? So it's not the most useful thing in this track. Like, you can see that there's not a lot of shuffling in the ordering going on. Ella's crawling along at the back. Don't worry, Ella. We still love you. Doesn't help that her ERS is shafted. Oh. Go on, Liz.
Right then, we can take a look now. Now look, here we head into turn 2. There's the opening.
Oh! You got roasted, Dragovic.
And the Alpha
You got roasted so hard. That overtake is single-handedly responsible for turning Dragovic into an incel. Like, there is no emotionally coming back from that if you're a arrogant male racer. You are emotionally destroyed by that overtake.
So this is what happened. Now here we are at the final corner. The opportunity's there.
Oh, do we push to get in front? Problem is, our tyres are still better than half the field. And they probably have better weather centres than us. I don't know. Let's try running her on standard tyres. Actually, let's not flip her in the middle of an overtake move on Joe. Let's YOLO full for the overtake on Joe. Go on, Ella. Go on. Go on, Liz. Go on. Oh, you got him. You got him. You got him. That isn't the final corner. The code that chooses the voice clip is very confused. Yeah, I think that's always been slightly shanked. I think really what they should never have done is picked voice stuff that uses actual corners. Because the problem is you then can't use interesting, like the clips for different things. Right, we will give her a bit of a boost on that. Now, she should be able to do the ERS shuffle with Zhou, I'd have thought.
And yep, it's the Haas that's affected there.
Oh, Liam Lawson. Bonk! Oh, triggered the confetti.
Just feel the frustration from
Good evening,
the
Minpin
watching
Kitty.
on the monitors.
Go on, Ella. Wet weather coming soon. Yeah, but how soon? I was never a fan of putting party poppers on your front wing. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I mean, some people say it's a bit too Mario Kart for F1, you know. Like, I know Lewis Hamilton's complained about it, but I think it's just, you know, it's just the old drivers aren't used to change. They don't like change. Right, we've got 55% chance of rain in 3 minutes. That's what, 2 laps. Let's give her a push on tyres. Oh! Zhou went wide.
Zhou Guan Yu is the focus here. And nearly just running wide. Really, they must be careful.
Almost took out Lando on the rejoin. Rain has started. Rain has started, chat. That said, do excuse me for a second, chat. I do need to try and work out where the kitten is. I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're good. She's sat on her fluffy blanket downstairs, and Napoleon's asleep on the bed. Imagine an actual F1 race paused and everyone runs off searching for a kitten. I'm sure it'd happen at some point if there was any oil money in it. They'd definitely do it. Right, this is going to come down to when we pit. So they're going to be coming in for inters. That's 0.6. That's when the rubber starts to go. And do we go straight to wets? Everyone else is coming in for inters. What's the performance range on wets? It's not going to tell us here, is it? don't think it's raining fast enough. Four plus of talking about rain. Yeah, I mean more that, like, yeah, obviously that's where you want to be on the wets. I meant more that, can we get away with going to 2mm and going straight to wets, whereas everyone else is coming out on inters? Or is everyone just planning on nursing inters through that peak? I think we got to go inters. I think we got to go with a pack. I'm fifth. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, it was the right call. It was the right call. I mean, we can push the shit out of them. Oh, come on!
Oh dear, a crash! There's been a crash. Let's see what happened there. So we're heading now into turn 5.
Screw you, game.
Within a split second, the impact...
We get any parts damage? That's the question. Apparently not. Powertrain's alright. Okay, yeah, no, we're fine, we're fine. That's not the end of the world. She's just going to be very low confidence for a while. That's fine. Remember, this is her weakness, adaptability. Right, we're on to wets now. Right. The question is, do we hold on inters and then go on to wets? I think at this point, there's no harm in us trying that strategy. Is there? I reckon everyone's doing it. The AI is getting smarter, you know. The annoying thing is this screws our bonuses, whatever bonuses we were on. Luckily, I forgot to put any race-specific ones, but... Better 3L, you're just holding her up. Thank you. Yeah, Liz is not a wet weather driver. Now we probably do pit for wets for that last burst, don't we? I don't think we finished the race on these inters, basically. This is not a good race for our drivers. Right, now we pit for wets. It'll sort out that awkwardly looking too good problem you have. Yeah, I mean, I'm more annoyed it's going to lose us our bonuses. Like, top 10 wouldn't lose us our bonuses. This loses us our bonuses. Because if this was dry, she'd make it up. Because she's good enough to make it up. But in wet weather, she just can't make the time back. At least her confidence is back up, which is why I don't mind pushing her. I'll tell you what. We might get away with this, you know. It's not the penalty I worry about, it's that we need the cash. But I think we're going to get away with this. Because I normally set the bonuses for 12 or higher. Because I don't like setting them at 10th precisely for this situation. She is shadowing Montoya there. I don't want to burn tyres any more than we are. I mean, we can do that. Crawford locked up.
Now with the Haas.
Yeah, Ella's just enjoying herself. That might be enough. That might be enough, you know. What happened to Joe? Was it just because he made the wrong strategy? Good work on Flo getting back up there.
There we've got the Haas driver as we start to wrap up proceedings.
With a P17 finish, it's a long distance from the points.
Yeah, well done, Haas. So Lando's still leaving the drivers. Ooh, that gives Red Bull some points on us. Actually, that's kind of good. Wouldn't mind at least one more race like that where it doesn't hurt the parts. Really don't want to finish second in the Constructors. Yes! We hit our bonuses. Well, that is good news. Joe was fourth a few minutes ago when I said they were doing well. Yeah, I think he just absolutely screwed his pit stops. Unsurprisingly, we need to replace some parts. Right. So she's on the chassis 4s. No, that's not what I meant. It's still on there. She's on a high-risk rear wing, but we've got spares. So that's fine. Let's not put you on that. This is the thing to remember, is Elle is on much worse parts. Because we are kind of screwing her to save money. Oh, we have tier 3 underfloors now, so you can actually move to that. And we'll give... Liz gets a new underfloor. We should be manufacturing more of them. We won't have one in time for Spain, but we will have one in time for after, so that's fine. Side pods, suspension still under production, so that's okay. Right, so what's next up on our research? So we've done 2 front wings. So we could stick with front wing. What's our minor tech changes on front wing? Oh yeah, it's brake cooling. Fuck me. I think we are going to max this. It's such a big hit. What's the risk level on parts? Is that stopping you use damaged parts for FP? So it's essentially to make sure that you do have parts that fail. So you do have to manufacture parts as well. They used to show you a number. So you'd be like, oh, that's fine, I've got 10% in this, and it would never break during a race weekend. So that kind of meant you could really get away with kind of going, oh, there's 2% left on this chassis because it doesn't affect performance. You'd be like, I'll just wait till after the race weekend. Now they've moved to a slightly more anonymous low, medium, high, and parts can break during race weekends. So it makes it so that you've got to maintain you can't min-max your parts as much. You have to make sure you do have spares. So we'll go with that. And you get 3 engineers. Tempted to drop that to 2 and move. No, it's fine. Need to prepare dinner? Enjoy. That's good. Okay, we are off to Spain. How often do parts fail during a weekend? I've only ever had it once to me. But it's they only introduced it in the patch they brought in December, I think. So, because it surprised me slightly when it happened and I had to emergency manufacture a part. It used to be they could fail if you had an on-track incident, but they wouldn't fail just from use. Now they seem to also be able to fail on use. So quality of 10th, 12th on the finish streak, so quality position streak of 12th for 2, that's fine. Finish position of 12th, or not 8th. Just 20 grand hit. You know what? I think we're going to do well in this one. That'll do.
Thank you for joining us for the Spanish Grand Prix.
To Spain. Okay, Spain. Let's have a look at what setups we should run in beyond. Let's go for Spain. Where are you, Spain? Spain. There we go. Catalonia. We are running on 8.5, 14, 7.3, 3.25, 8. Let's set the other car up because then I can flick back to chat. So that's 8.5, 14, 7.3, 3.25, and 8. Car parts. Get onto your other parts. Get onto your practice ERS. Get on to your main and gearbox. Car parts. Engine, that one. Yeah, still on that ERS. And yeah, pick one of your Duff gearboxes. Then we want a run plan. Run plan. And swap you out. Thank you very much, Lindosh. I think that's everything. Save. Go. Just drive around the track, ladies. That's all you need to do. Don't hit anything. That's all I ask of you. Drive around the track, don't hit anything. Is she avoiding curves? She should be. Yeah. So she should have everything set apart from don't fight teammate, and she should be under instructions not to fight teammate. So yeah, you really notice now the difference in their feedback gain times. And that is very much because of the lower skill that our other race engineer has. In particular, don't hit each other. Yeah, I mean, that's the real pro fucking tip. Please don't hit each other. Right, she's on great, but how great? 87. That's good, not great. Ella, you have got great, great, good, great, optimal. So we are probably going to a 9, staying on 14, going down to a 3, and down to a 4. Run for the rest of the session. Give me some feedback, Liz. But how great, Liz? How great? This is the question. 93. That is okay. We will run with that. Just get out there and do some laps. Great-ish. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the question is whether we do it to our second race engineer now. I think he's got a longer contract though, so... See you later, Foo1984. Thanks for stopping in again. Yeah, hopefully we'll build a better but not too good car. I mean, this car's not getting any better than it is now because we've stopped building parts for it. We're now very much into research for next year. I think Elle might be feeling a bit underprepared at this point, given you have her in a car with pedal power and won't even let her on track in FP1. Yeah, maybe. She knew the rules when she joined the team. How's Richter doing on her gearbox? 11%. That's loads in a gearbox. Loads of gearbox left. Car's not even on fire yet. It's not even gently smoking. Oh, apparently that car's great as well. We'll see what that means in the break between sessions. our tyres are going, so let's call her in. You can really see the difference in tyre wear between the two of them. Doesn't really matter how your tyres are doing, Liz, you're coming in. Yeah, I mean, when you said great, I was thinking that would mean more than what you had. So I think we can definitely say not great. So we are going up to 6.4, to 3.45, and to 1. Right, just go for max, because if they say optimal, then we'll just leave her out. But we can always call her in early. Let's fuel her for the whole thing. Liz, just get out there and do what you need to do. Ladies, go drive. And while you are driving, I will get more wine. Chat, you're in charge of the session until I get back. Let's just let them moan about the tyres being cold first, because they are going to do that. Go on, get your moaning. We all know you're going to do it. Slackers. Okay, I'm going to go get some wine. If I'm not back in time to hear Ella's optimization, if it doesn't say optimal, chat, when that pops up, your job is to let me know. I'm leaving you in charge of the booth. I'll see you, Pangolin. Tell an Elder Ella to push while I'm away. Outrageous behaviour. Don't be encouraging her like that. 9% gearbox, 16% gearbox, loads of gearbox. Yeah, white wine today. Because that's all that's left in the fridge. I need to put in a naked wines order before the weekend. Remind me to do that tomorrow, chat. Look, I have nothing against that. That has done well for us. Oh, the Bearman out there in front. Like next year, Ella's going to have a good car next year. I think next year we won't skimp Ella on parts so much. It's one of the reasons I'm kind of skimping on her parts this year is so we can build up a bit of a war chest. If we can, essentially we want to be ending the season, ideally, with about 25 million in the bank, at least. And if we can squeeze in a factory upgrade, that would be really, really useful. I wonder if the powertrain should be switched over to the risk of failure system the aerodynamic parts are using, and how that changed gameplay. It wouldn't surprise me if they do that if they release another version of the game. Because one thing you never get is, unless you essentially force it, is an engine failure on track. But that said, engines are so much more reliable in the F1 era, like late current F1 era, that it does rarely happen. I'd say no, because it would be really annoying gameplay-wise due to the budget cap effect of engine failures. I wouldn't mind it if they made it so that if you ran your engine under... I'd say treat it like tyres. So you have 0 chance of a tyre blowout until you get below 30% tyres. So I'd be absolutely fine with them doing the same thing with engines. Yeah, you never run out of fuel. I have never run out of fuel on stream. Never happened. So I'd be fine with them saying that, like, okay, once your engine is under 30%, there is a risk of failure. Like, I'd be totally fine with that. Because then really the only chance it's going to happen to you is in practice. That's kind of a risk you take. I have a most unusual visitor. Is it Max Verstappen? Right, so we know we need her to get another 3% so that she's in her top zone. They chose a degraded performance model for the powertrain and an instant fail chance for the model. Yeah, which does work. Yay, kitty cuddles. Can't go wrong with kitty cuddles. Right, so you get called in straight away. And you are out there until you hit 95. We will tell you to do that. She's not going to hit it in the amount of laps I gave her, is she? Just to annoy me. Just to really fucking annoy me. I thought that'd be enough laps, it's not going to be. If we don't hit it like 94 like now, it's not going to be. God damn it. Fuck you then. Might as well call her in. It's going to rain anyway. Joy's a carbon fibre. It's either brittle or it's either intact or broken with no elastic or plastic deformation. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, there is a kind of justification for it in those terms. He's a one-person cat, and that person is my mother. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing, is animals latch on. Like, Napoleon is very much my cat, but we've been working hard to make sure that Cecilia sees herself as Bex's cat. So, like, Cecilia is fickle. If I'm the one who gives her lunch most recently, she will, pointedly come and sit next to me when Bex is around. But it is very much aimed at Bex. It's kind of a, look, I am sitting with the other human now, because he was nice to me. And Napoleon will snuggle with Bex when I'm away. But yeah, cats attach. Yes, you should all come out on a fresh set of dry tyres. Absolutely encourage you all to do that. Yes, definitely, guys. Definitely burn another set of softs on top of the mediums you have clearly already burned. Okay, let's get some quali going. It's quali time. Yeah, see, it's interesting because that actually Ella is more confident. So you can see that 87 puts her firmly in her confidence zone. Whereas Liz just can't get there. I think that does grow. I think that sort of comes with age as they get older. I think. That's also a function of race engineer. Ah, interesting. So that's been going to be limiting her as well. That makes sense.
There's tension in the air.
Oh, Jesus. Not more wet weather qualifying. Can we just not? Who set the weather for this? Rope trick. Right, track water is 3.94, so that's fun. Like, unless it's immediately going to start coming down, we want to be out on wets. Does her low confidence from the last race carry over too? No. So her end of race confidence will affect her general morale, which does then affect the starting point slightly on the driver confidence thing. But mostly morale affects whether, say, they'll renew a contract or not. As far as I can work out. Should we put them on some good parts? I'm going to buy that now so I don't forget. I'm not necessarily going to use it now, but I'm going to buy it now. You are still running on your Shank DRS for one more race. Let's do this. No. We wait for end of session and go out on inters. No, we want to we set a wet weather lap. Because if this race gets red flagged, I don't want to be out of it. Ella. If you're going to do that, at least red flag the whole fucking thing. Actually, don't red flag the whole thing, because that would be a car write-off. I'm Jim. Hello. Welcome back. Right, so now on the tyres we probably are going to set a much better time on. This is where it turns into a massive crapshoot. I think we got it now. Oh! Why were cars stopped on the track? Because they were letting other cars pass for doing fast laps. But the problem is when there's so much traffic out there, you just can't set good times. That's what I mean by a crapshoot. It's an absolute crapshoot. Right, light rain 1.78. So we're probably just going straight out. It's one of the few things I will restart over, is if you just get screwed by the traffic. Right, she's going out. It didn't help that I think we got caught with the yellow flag. Even though we shouldn't have been caught with the yellow flag, I think we were caught with the yellow flag. Because I think we'd have still been in that race sector at the time. So we'd have slowed down briefly. Even though we knew the accident had to be behind us. Right, no one's setting faster times than that, so we're safe. Because the dampness is going up now. Joe out. Both McLarens through, which is good for us. I love that Alpine are doing well purely because Norris is such a good driver. Like, who's the other fucking Alpine driver? Albon, Jesus. Imagine thinking you're top dog at that team and then they bring fucking Lando Norris in. 5-time world champion Lando Norris. Fresh from his IndyCar triumph. $1.19. For a while, he was... Yeah, well, I mean, he was carrying McLaren the same way, but at least, like, we were doing it deliberately. Nope, this dries up. I like seeing the weather curve change as we get better weather knowledge. We might actually have to upgrade our weather center, you know. Gonna need to go out soon. We want to give him a little bit of a gap. Now, have we left ourselves enough time here? Oh yeah, God, I'm good at this game. Oh yeah! That is how you do qualifying.
Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Barcelona is a circuit with plenty of history under its belt.
Okay. How are we doing this? No, the weather is quite literally Rope Trick's fault. He sets it in the database editor between seasons for us. Basically what we do is we randomize the track order, a few picks, and then based on the actual weather in that place at that time of year, well, the rough weather, that's what determines the race weather. Okay, we're running 2 laps light. No. Let me go soft, medium, medium. Remembering that no one else is going to have a decent set of second mediums. Newland should be able to pull that off as well. You reckon I have to go hards? I think everyone is going to go soft, hard, soft. To our soft, medium, medium. maybe a couple of the other drivers, if they didn't go on mediums in a qualifying, might be able to pull it off. Might even get some medium hard softs. Banking on being far enough in front by the second pit. I'm banking on doing all right. We are going to push her at start. Ella, don't crash. Literally your only job, Ella.
The stage is set here in Barcelona.
Yeah, if they run on the hards, they'll be able to push their hards, whereas I can't necessarily push these tyres.
And in flight south, and away we go.
Held pole at start. Did Flo just take... Flo took positions there. So now we drop down to standard. So I don't think we can drop her. She's on a hard, we can drop her. We can drop her. Come on, you can do this. Not going to quite make it. Might make it, might have made it, might have made it. So, soft, medium, medium doesn't automatically beat medium hard anymore. No, it does not. Can it be on hard soft, or isn't there an option on one stop on this track? There's no option of one stop. So modern F1 insists that you do at least one pit stop. So you have like a mandated, basically how they do it is they say you have a mandated tyre, and that tyre is never a good enough tyre to make it through the whole race. So you have to stop at least once, basically. The exception is if it rains and you need to go onto inters or wet, in which case you can run on whatever combos you want. But the best you can do is, say, soft mediums. They're DRSing each other. Really want to push the tyre. I think we'll be alright. We are running slightly above tyre here. We're making good time on them though. Okay, they're starting to cut into it now. I don't think you could one-stop this race. I don't think you could. There are a couple where you can, but I don't think you could have got away with medium hards. I think this is three-stop. It's just a question of what three-stop you're doing. It's quite the lead for this car, yeah, but we are on a much better tyre. And you can see that starting to drop now that their hards are superior to our softs. Did squeeze a bit more out of it, though. 3 stints, 2 stops, yeah. Now you can see Newland's just not as good on the tyres. Remember, we haven't pushed her at all. So, coming for your mediums. Out in 14th. But that just shows you how close everyone was. Standard. Don't want to burn those tyres too much. Now they're up to temperature. Now the question is going to be what the likes of Flo are coming back out on. Right, what's she on? Mediums. So they're doing hard, medium, softs. Because I think they'll get away with it because that's just that little bit more lap. Because they're absolutely rinsing those hards as long as they can get the hards out so they can go medium soft. No, a lot of them coming out in softs. That might be hard, soft, soft. They might technically have 2 sets of softs left. Because didn't we quali on wet? Yeah, we basically got screwed on our pit stop time. It ate out all of the bonus advantage we had. I might have to pit for mediums, you know. They might be doing hard, soft, medium. Because the problem is their softs have degraded so fast that they're not getting any more real benefit out of that than our mediums now. If we hadn't had that extra 2 seconds on the pit stop, we'd be walking this. And they're barely eating into us. We get 20 laps out of softs. I think everyone else is going to have to pit for mediums. Like, Zhou can't make those tyres last another lap. He's already on pop or stop. O'Share will be in 2 laps, which puts him on course for pitting for mediums. Yeah, can we stretch for a final soft segment? Like, Ella's coming in. We're bringing Ella in. If we two-pip, we can get a softs. The main problem is we're going to lose so much time. Because everyone else is going to come in there. Because they're going to get like 5 laps on us. And we still need to make up the fuel gap. Yeah, I could get away with not two-pipping. But yeah, not 7 laps worth. I think we pit late for the mediums. I think we stay on strategy. Not least because we probably are going to have to run lean to make up our fuel gap. Because we're still 2 kilos down on fuel. Like, we can probably stretch these mediums for an extra lap. Which is useful because it might allow us to go aggressive on... Yeah, so that he's pitting now. So what's... Poshare must be coming out on mediums. Because that's our optimum medium lap. Norris is flying. Norris is going to take this off of us. No, Norris is going double softs. Because Norris is a boss who can get away with it. She can do that. She can do that. If we drop her back to standard and go balanced and deploy, she can make that. If we need to run lean, we'll run lean on the softs. YOLO. Because they're all coming in for softs. Everyone else is on their race end tyre. They are bunched like fuck, but we're going to be on better tyres. One thing I've noticed, the current patch underfueling works much less effectively since there are fewer ability controlled tempo using tyre pace. Yeah, 100%. It used to be that your best strategy was essentially doing things like underfueling by like 5 kilos and then running like lean tyres, or and like it would still work out for you, or by just massively upping your pace, and it just does not work anymore, which is good. I always hated it. That's why I never did it. Right, we're out in 10th. That's not bad. Because Albon isn't pitting. Those two aren't pitting. Everyone else is.
Let's take a look at the
In fact, I'm
replay.
tempted to drop it to lean now.
Involved here. It's certainly inviting.
Because she's going to get DRS off and slipstream off of these fools.
Manages to get by.
So I think this is actually the time to conserve. Right, should make that back. Let's go there.
Here's the replay. Now this happened as they arrived at turn 12. They decide to give it a go.
She has flown up that grid.
Up into third and contending for a podium place.
They're staying on those tyres. We might not catch them. Go on, Liz. You're a better driver. Zoom.
Let's have a look at that. Right, we're down at turn 5. Can they squeeze by?
Oh, she is so good in the dry. The real problem here is Norris. Yeah, Norris is going to catch us. But he's already passed us. But we're going to DRS battle, and that's good. Yeah, see, look, we're starting to drop back. because tyres have equaled out. So we almost need the battle with Norris to get us up there. So I think Post Share is going to hold this and we'll maybe get third. Because I can't push these I can push these tyres. No, I think... If we can get him in DRS, we take him. I just don't think we can get him in DRS. No. So I'm going to have to do that as well. I mean, Zhou's on pop or stop. Thing is, if you take out that pit stop, that shitty pit stop, that slummed on another 2 seconds on us. You've got one DRS set, Liz, to do this in. Then you'd have been in DRS at Pouchet, exactly. Oh, she had him and he took it back. Respect. Norris is such a good driver. Meanwhile, Ella's like, what's happening up there? Is there a race going on? It's a podium. I'll take it.
That was a brilliant performance from the AlphaTauri driver.
That's a well-earned result. From the factory and on the pit wall, that's a podium for the whole team.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they? And it's only right that they make the most of it.
Yes! Well done, Red Bull. Keep doing that, please. It's Ella's own fault. If she hadn't slammed it into a wall twice. It physically pains me, that pit stop time. That's fine. Changes to scoring. Pole position bonus point. We voting for that, chat, or we voting not for it? For next season. You're looking to... Are you okay with third in the constructors? You're looking to throw things a bit more for McLaren? I'm not overly keen on really throwing it. I won't be disappointed if we finish... I'll be disappointed if we finish second. I'm okay with us finishing third. I'd be happier with us finishing fourth. Basically. But I think it'd be the against the spirit of racing. Right, chat. Say yes or no now on whether you want pole position bonus point. So far we have 1 yes and 1 no. 2 no's to 1 yes. It's not an answer, King's Rook. 3 no's. Been seeing a lot of no's. I think the no's have it. No, it is. I actually think that would have benefited us next season, by the way. Interesting. Andrea Lauer. Who you? How old? 23? Maybe. Oh no, this is who we want, isn't it? Oh no, dev rate average. That's really annoying. Boo. So I think we are going to be able to afford the factory part upgrade, which is good. That is the one thing I do want. I feel like we should have a ban on hiring clones of current personnel. Maybe that's the run for after this, is we have to have every single one of our staff members has to be a clone. Because, you know, it's the future. Sort by age ascending. Not clones, they're androids. You're probably right. That's actually what it is, isn't it? So we're looking for any clear outliers. Not seeing any. Nice. He'll be good one day. No, I think we've got the best high potential female other than Liz. If our team asks to have a soul, yeah, never tell your drivers they have a soul. They'll rebel against you. Right. Well, the good news for you is you get to go up to your R-Car 1, so you get to go up to a suspension 3. So congrats on that. The bad news for you is there still is an F2 left, so you're getting that. Car 2. Get a rear wing. We are going to start need to build some of them soon. And you are on the suspension 4s already. Carol was a high drive 21, 22-year-old. Oh, was she? Recently started playing this, thanks to you. I'm doing okay. One thing I'm having trouble with is engine parts. Just done Baku, so the 4th race this season. I've already gone to replace the engines, gearboxes. Any tips? So note that I swap parts out in practice. What you will find is that your first set of engine parts and everything else you do get through quicker because you don't have a bad part to swap to. The other thing I would say, and as a result, something I tend to do, I've not started doing if I've got good drivers already, is I'll under practice in the first couple of races, because there's no point pushing for full parts knowledge early on in the season, because you're going to be changing your parts quite regularly anyway. So I will actually go slightly light on practices in race 1 and race 2 in order to make those initial parts last just that bit longer, so that they're not degrading so much by the time you hit race 3 and race 4. And then by the time you hit race 5, 6, yes, you are turning those race parts now into practice parts. You know, you're just only installing those one parts for practice, and then you're racing on good parts. But that's how I approach it. But yeah, also, yeah, just you get through. But definitely the trick is know when to swap to your practice parts versus qualifying on race parts. Right, so she's fine on everything else. What's our manufacturer looking like? Okay, so we'll have side pods done in one day, and then we just need to have a quick look at what actually we need to be prioritizing the construction of. So that's side pods 3. F1 schools, starter balance paused, we gain 100 grand. I mean, you know what, yeah. Ella's got low morale, no shit. We'll have to compromise on track acclimatization. I've been getting to 100 and sit in the garage. Maybe, certainly in those early races if you're doing that, but actually realistically not. Because you can normally get up, particularly if you're not running your reserve driver in practice 1, you'll get up to where you need to be in track acclimatization by the end of P2, particularly if you're using F1 setup to sort out your setups. But also remember that your goal isn't to have 100 on all of those things. Your goal is to bring your drivers into their highest quadrant of preparedness. So just know what is the point at which they flip into that highest quadrant of preparedness. So for example, for Liz Richter, right now with her race engineer, if we want her to be in the highest confidence she can get to, that's 95% total preparedness. There's no point leaving her out on track beyond that unless we just want to carry on picking up some experience. If you're racing with someone like Lando, towards the end of our run with Lando, there were times I was only putting him out for one practice because I knew we could get him high enough that it didn't matter. So the danger is in thinking that practice is a completionist exercise, that you need to get into 100% in each category, and you really don't. What you are genuinely doing is thinking ahead and thinking, actually, how do I balance how high I've got them on their acclimatization versus the wear I know I'm putting on the parts. Because starting a race with slightly less confidence, which does slightly dent the bonus stats you're getting, but starting a race with slightly less than that, if it gets you another genuinely good race out of your engine, say, it might actually be worth it. But I think that's something you just get a bit of an instinct for over the time as you start to play. But certainly for now, just remember, as a standard rule, generally speaking, and it depends on the engines as well, or the powertrain setups, because different powertrains have different wear rates. But generally speaking, if you switch to practice parts when you need to switch to practice parts, you can mostly get through with only maybe buying an extra ERS or an extra gearbox, and you rarely have to buy an extra engine. You can normally get through. Right, anyway, what are we doing? Manufacture. So what do we need and what do we have? So if I remember, we go to there, so we can see what we've got in the warehouse. We're definitely going to need some more front wings. We're definitely going to need some more rear wings. Building some underfloors and suspensions. Let's throw out a couple of rear wings. That is chassis. Let's get... We haven't done any underfloors yet. What's our side pod minor technical changes? Oh man, yeah, major hit to air engine cooling and major hit to airflow middle and airflow front. That's not fun. So we've got 53 days left in ATR. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects. So that needs to be divided by 5. That, yeah, divided by 5. It's going to be about 7-ish. That's going to be like 10-ish. So we're skimping on drag reduction. Going big on engine cooling, but we do want some airflow as well. The next thing I've been doing too much is leaving that in practice to get 100% acclimatization. Yeah, you genuinely don't need to do it. Like you'll see it. You'll see what I do in this one. I'll talk you through it a bit more in the next. I think we've got time. 8 o'clock now. Yeah, we'll get through first practice at least. I'll do first practice. And then we'll call the stream. But I'll just show you what I mean when we get through, because I should be able to show you in first practice. Yeah, my only caveat to that long guide on design work is it is very good, but it basically just is a bit of a spoiler, because it just essentially says this is how, if you want to min-max it, do it this way, which is why I very much avoid doing that. I appreciate the discussion and the tips, but like, I'm not a min-maxer, and I like to work out what it is that's having the impact. So what else do we need? We are low on underfloors. Are we building underfloors? Okay, we are going to need to build more underfloors. We can't build them while we're building them now. We're already short on suspensions again. We are short on chassis. Yeah. Give me 2 chassis. I think that might be enough then to get us through the season. then I think underfloors will just start building again. Give me 2 suspension. Yeah, no one was a fan of that change. Research. Done 2 suspensions, so we might want to do at least 1 more on it. What's the minor tech change on the suspension? That's brake cooling again as well, and airflow. So yeah, it's big brake cooling and airflow. Tyres are going to be shite next year. See you later, Road Trip. Thank you for hanging around. Because they're going to get too hot all the time. Yeah, and we're not great on cooling already, so that's why I am really emphasizing around it. Performance targets. YOLO. OQ3. Finish position 10th. Let's go 8th. I think we'll do well. We're on our quali runs. That's fine. To Qatar.
Our calendar brings us to the Middle East.
Yeah, we're already not great on brake temperatures, so we're going to run Kikuchi. So this stat here is what you really want to worry about, driver preparation. Because you can see it, starting confidence is set based on how prepared a driver is from previous sessions. Confidence always trends back towards its starting level. So complete practice goals will increase a driver's preparation, track acclimatization, car parts knowledge and setup satisfaction all feed into driver preparation. Based on their driver preparation level, they will get some pre-race boosts. So I want her race level to be 95% because that puts her in the zone to get as much of a boost as she can get. Kikuchi, or rather Ella, actually I only need her to be about 85 because then she's in a zone I'm happy with. So I don't need to run her anywhere near as much, because if I get an optimal setup on car setup, probably don't even need to keep her out for the whole of P2. Now, if I keep her out for the whole of P2, she will develop more. She'll develop more skills. But actually, in Ella, we're not keeping her long term. We're keeping Kikuchi. So actually, there's no benefit to me keeping Ella's car out longer. I'm just wearing the parts. So it's cold, but it's effective. So I'm going to switch her here because we'll get another. That's a 55% engine. We'll get 1 more race out of that at least. In fact, for her, we'll get 2. But that means I can switch to her practice engine for practice. It doesn't matter if I run slow in practice. She's on that ERS, so that's fine. And for gearbox, we'll put her on one of our rubbish gearboxes. And then we will do the same for Liz. We'll flip her car parts because she'll get a couple more races out of that engine. So we'll flip her down to her practice engine. Her ESRS will go down to that. And then her gearbox can go down to a 7% one. We'll get 1 more set of practices out of that gearbox. It started the last one on 11%, so I know we'll get 1 more out of it. Car setup will be... Where are we? Qatar? So theoretically we are running on 8, 13, 7.3, 0.35 and 9. So that's Richter sorted. Run plan. We run slightly light. I'm not sure if this has an effect, but what I want them to do is get through practice without crashing. So I'm essentially saying, don't fucking push yourselves. And this will be the same. So that's 8, 13, 7.3, 3.5, 9. Then I'm going to give them enough fuel set for getting to the point where they're going to tell me what their parts wear is. And we go... That's everything, wasn't it? I didn't do 0.9, did I not? 0.9? I did not. Well spotted. Well spotted, gang. Watch it rain here. Yeah, probably. It's because I have my mouse set very sensitive. So if I jinx slightly when I come off of that, I sometimes nudge it a bit too far. So now for practice, I send them both out. And then the very first thing I'm going to do is set them to avoid high-risk curbs and driving clean air. So again, reduces their chance of crashing. I also tell one of them to not fight their teammate. They can toodle along at the back forever. That's all I care about for the whole practice. Drive along at the back. How does slow practice not affect corners? You'd have thought all their braking points would be out. I mean, in reality, yes, you probably would. But, you know, in-game it doesn't. But you can see here that Liz is not actually at full parts knowledge, because we've got some... She's still learning one of her new bits. Interesting that Richter's been building up knowledge faster on this one than Kikuchi. Maybe she's starting to get some affinity with her engineer. So that's only a good, so we're going to bring her in. And we're going to reconfigure her. So for Qatar, she is a good. Oh, sorry, good, great, good. Find setup on that. It's going to say go to a 9, 12.5, 6.4, 3.25, and a 0.6. Now I'm going to run her to the end of the session. So the reason I fuel her now to run to the end of the session is because there's... let's bring Kikuchi in, because she's a great. See it when she goes out. I'll show you why. 85 Kikuchi, that is not great. So we want great, a good, a great, a great, and an optimal. Which means we're dropping to 325 to 0.5. Why they're racing at mist? They're racing at night, I think, theoretically. So, if you look on here, you will see that track knowledge is a curve. You start low, but you build up, and the longer you are out on track, the more that will climb. So you want to minimize people not being out. So I will always split I will do one set of instruction changes during a practice. And then the next set of instruction changes I'll do between practices. It's just basically the most efficient use of time. So it's the most efficient balance of time, parts wear, and knowledge. Basically. I might have screwed this by keeping her in too long. Might be alright. Yeah, we'll just be alright. But you see how this is trending upwards? Because the longer you leave them out, the quicker they build up track awareness. So like, if you can send someone out for a full second session, they're gonna get 60% out of just that one session. I think we'll be alright here. We're just gonna scrape it, I think. Still only good, but hopefully we can change that. Go on, Kikuchi. Come on. This is my fault if we didn't. It's because I forgot to send her out. Oh, we got there just. Nice.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Kikuchi!
All good at this point. And then the car just goes. And that certainly wouldn't
She didn't
have been
hit
in their
anything,
plans
that's the main
today.
thing. So you can see that she's at 66% already. Now here's the thing that you want to watch. So this screen here is what matters. So you can see that if Kikuchi was our race driver, she would already be in the maximum bracket she can be in. So unless I was pushing her for personal development, which in this case we are, but if she was, say, Lando Norris, there's 0 point sending him out in P2 or P3 because he's already where you need him to be. So you might as well conserve all of your parts and just not send him out. Whereas for Liz, because she is realistically, we know we need to get into this bracket here, and we know from experience that that is 95%. So we need her to be at 95%. So I might as well finish practice off before we quit, because I think this is useful to understand the best way to maximize this.
It's time to determine.
So now we're between sessions. Now it's the good time for me to adapt this stuff. So she's now 91. That's fine. She can stay on 91. But that really needs changing. So for Liz, we now have good, great, optimal, good, bad. That means according to this, we should go to 8. We should go to 13.5. We should go to 9.1. We should go to 2.95. We should go right down to 0.10. Oh, annoyingly, it's qualifying. This is a thing, so it's going to screw us slightly. So normally what we would be doing, so I will stop there, but normally what we would be doing if this wasn't a thing is we'd be going out again on those settings. We'd be setting up for like full fuel, because I would expect that that would actually get us maximum driver satisfaction. And we'd be staying out for the whole session and getting her up to 95%, because we know that's going to push her into that bracket, and then we'd be calling her in. And for Newland, we'd be doing the car setup and running her until she was at 85%.